Hi, welcome back to Extra Innings with yours truly, Bob. Today I want to talk a little bit again back about my youth and the summers when my cousin Bill would come from Detroit with his mother and our grandmother, and they'd stay a couple of weeks. Billy was one summer he was following Mickey Mantle, everything that he did every day. So we would go to the drugstore and get the Sporting News, which was a newspaper. It came out once a week. It was one of the periodicals that we followed, the other being Sport Magazine, which came out monthly, and that had started in September of 1946. And we often found articles we liked and photographs that we could cut out and put up. Sports Illustrated came in August of '54, and it was a weekly published by Time Life, and it had long articles, and it didn't catch my fancy, not like Sport Magazine did. But the first Sport Illustrated had Eddie Matthews on the cover. He was the sensational young third baseman for the Milwaukee Braves. We followed sports, but mostly the main ones. The other marginal sports that we followed was, of course, boxing. We knew the two Rockies, Rocky Graziano, Rocky Marciano. We knew most of the champion belt holders from the different weights. We knew Sugar Ray Robinson and Jake LaMotta, what they were doing. Don't forget, some of them were televised, championship fights. This is before pay-per-view. Horse racing we followed. We knew the Kentucky Derby, and we would talk about that before it came up. Not so much the whole Triple Crown, but the Kentucky Derby. We knew the runners in that. Golf, we knew the Masters. Tennis, we knew Wimbledon and Forest Hills. Track and field, believe it or not, I actually saw live on my little 12-inch black and white television Roger Bannister break the 4-minute mile from England. We didn't have a satellite then. It must have been the transatlantic cable. I don't know how I saw it, but I saw it live, the breaking of the 4-minute mile. These experiences and topics and interests transferred into our game playing. And we used to play, as I mentioned before, on our front porch. Every single day we'd play Monopoly. And there were crude baseball games that we played, board games. So from this zeitgeist came the birth of 3-9 baseball. And here it is. It comes in a pouch. It's really cool pouch that you can throw into your backpack, into your suitcase, into your briefcase, and take with you wherever and play individually or against someone else. And I invite you to go to 39baseball.com and check it out. It's filled with website video locations that you can go and watch how to play, get to know me, the creator, and also watch an event we held with 8 tables playing. And we had the organ music playing, we had hot dogs and Cracker Jacks and beer and soda. It was really a fun event. The terms of football came via television, our awareness to it. I didn't certainly attend any football games, but there was one college football game a week on Saturday, and I think Bud Wilkinson, the former coach of Oklahoma, was a color commentator, and that was Saturday. I'm not sure what network, but then Sunday, the local station carried the New York Giant football team. And we would sit around the TV and watch those games as a family. Well, not my mother and father, but my brothers and sisters and I played in rain and mud, and it was pretty hard hitting. It was a different kind of football. And television was the key to it. This is before NFL films. It was television trying to build it into a national phenomenon. And it became one in what is considered the greatest game of all times. The overtime game, title game between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Colts. Remember, there was no AFL. And that game went into overtime. And the Baltimore Colts had Johnny Unitas, Gino Marchetti, Raymond Berry. The Giants had Chuck and Charlie Connolly at quarterback, Frank Gifford, Gino Robustelli, Rosie Greer, and Sam Huff. And it was such a phenomenon, still growing, that CBS's program, The 20th Century, hosted by Walter Cronkite on Sunday night, featured the New York Giants in a program called The Violent World of Sam Huff. And they followed him in a game. And they were reaching an audience, promoting football, which was still foreign. And by the way, in that game, the greatest game ever played, was Lou Palazzi was an umpire, and he was from Scranton, Pennsylvania, and shopped at Jimmy's Market. See you next time.